Welcome back to News Geelong on this Wednesday evening as we turn our attention to the world of Geelong sport and our very own flying hawk, Nathan Curry. Good evening, Nathan.
Thank you very much, Rollo, and I'm down at the Barwon River because I thought, why not read sport from such a lovely location? I just didn't intend on it raining today. Well, the Geelong Super Cats had a women's team back in 1986. It only lasted 1 year, but they're going to try it again in 2011, and I caught up with General Manager David Hoey to find out more. There was a women's team for 1 year back in 1986. Why are you trying to bring it back to life in 2011?
Part of the development concept of the Super Cats is to have an overall club concept, and certainly to launch a women's team and establish a women's team at this elite level is a very important aspect of developing the sport in general.
Have you got the feedback you wanted from the idea?
Yes, certainly. The support that we've had right across the board from our club directors, certainly from the club faithful, and from Basketball Geelong in general, philosophically means that we can move forward to launch a side into Seabull in 2011. When
will you get the definite that there will be a side?
There's an indication that we should be able to get ratification at the Seabull AGM on the 28th of November. So 28th of November is our deadline for closing things down.
Is the Women's League similar to the men's, like you can bring in imports and stuff like that?
It certainly is. It's a very strong league right across the board. It sits underneath the WNBL. There are a lot of Australian WNBL players playing inside this particular league, and it really is a highly competitive, high quality competition. And for Geelong in general, and for women's sport in general here in Geelong, it's a massive move to take a side into that particular elite level of basketball.
So do you think Geelong's ready to have two elite level basketball sides?
We certainly believe so. It's a development concept on behalf of the Women's League to actually launch this particular team. We have a number of high quality players currently playing here in Geelong. We have a number of high quality players coming back to Geelong from overseas, the AIS, in the coming years. So we certainly believe that the team itself will be extremely competitive. It has the same limitations as far as imports are concerned, but we're really looking to establish a very domestic, local-based team to move forward with, because that's part of the philosophy of the Geelong Super Cats, is to have a 70% local content to make up our team itself.
And News Geelong will be sure to keep you updated on exactly what is happening with the Geelong Super Cats in 2011. And finally tonight, News Geelong caught up with Geelong Falcons best and fairest, Michael Soto Marco, to find out how he felt about his season and what could be in store for him in 2011. Did you think you were a chance to win the BNF?
Yeah, I thought I'd be thereabouts.
Yeah.
Also didn't play state footy, so a lot of the blokes missed 5, 6 sort of games because of that. So I thought I'd be thereabouts, but I didn't think I would all that much.
Yeah. Is that why you had a better season with the Falcons than your previous years, because you didn't play the state games?
I didn't play the state games last year either.
Yeah.
But yeah, certainly playing the whole year for the one team and not having to come back and forth, yeah, certainly helps.
Yeah, and what's your plans now? Are you nominated for the draft? Do you think you're a chance to get selected by an AFL side?
Yeah, nominated for the draft, but yeah, not sort of in the dark right up until the day. She's sort of in my position, so bit of hope for the best, plan for the worst. So I'm probably looking at starting pre-season with Werribee in the VFL, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm more than happy to play for Werribee. So,
and if you do end up playing for Werribee in 2011, are you still keen to try and still crack into the AFL?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got 2 new teams coming in, so you sort of got another 80 sort of spots available. And nowadays, clubs are so professional in their hunt for a premiership that they look at the VFL for just those top-up players that they can obviously draft just for a couple of years, and so your window's open probably right up until your mid-late 20s.
You probably don't like talking about yourself, but what's probably your greatest asset for clubs? That
it's a tough one. I'd like to say probably my attitude. Obviously got cut from Falcons my first year there, and that was my first ever letter to a Falcons thing, so I was probably done it the hard way. So to come out, to where I am today is probably a pretty good effort, I suppose.
Yeah. Alrighty, Rollo, it's been a big couple of days on sport. I'll be back on Friday night and I'm going to get out of this rain. Back to you in the studio, mate.
Thank you, Nathan. And by the way, congratulations on the recent interview with the Geelong and Melbourne Cup winning jockey Gerard Mosse on American. We can certainly pick them in Geelong. The weather world has certainly sent us into turmoil with rain, wind and a bit of sunshine. A sparkling Lani Salathiel joins us with the predicted next few days of Geelong and surrounding district weather. Good evening, Lani.
Thanks, Graham. Let's take a look at the forecast for the rest of the working week. For tomorrow, we've got a partly cloudy day, some isolated showers during the morning, a maximum of 17. For Friday, a mostly sunny day, a top of 20. And for the weekend, for Saturday, a mostly sunny day, a maximum of 22. For Sunday, cloud increasing, patchy rain later on in the day, a maximum of 22. And for the start of next week, for Monday, a partly cloudy day, some isolated showers around Geelong, a maximum of 22 also. And today we had a partly cloudy day. There was a few isolated showers around Geelong and district. We had a minimum of 6 and a maximum of 15. Aireys Inlet today, a maximum of 14, and Avalon a top of 15. So until Friday, Graham, that's the weather.
Thank you, Lani. See you again on Friday night. And thank you for joining us on News Geelong this evening. Remember our friends in Mitchell Street, Belmont. Take your time and smell the flowers. And if you want some hot news straight off the press, Grant Tanner is going to be coach of the senior team at the Grovedale Football Club for 2011. From all the team at News Geelong, until Friday night, a very good night.